and welcome to EZGlutenFree. Today I'm making a Chianti Beef Jerky, and this recipe uses a ground beef jerky technique combined with flavors and spices more reminiscent of a salami that's been flavored with wine. And because of the more unusual flavor profile here, this jerky makes an excellent addition to an antipasto or cheese board. Okay, now I'm starting out here with 2 pounds of 93% lean ground beef, and I actually have it draining between 2 sets of paper towels to remove as much of the water content as possible here. And once I've removed those paper towels, I like to break up the meat a little just so the spices will be easier to mix in. And for those spices, I've got 2 teaspoons of salt, a half teaspoon each of onion powder and garlic powder and cracked black pepper, and a 1/4 teaspoon of red pepper flakes. And I like to give those spices a quick mix before I toss them onto the ground beef. I've also got a half cup of Chianti here, but any red wine that you typically drink with dinner would pretty much work in this recipe. Now mix the meat, spices, and wine together until it's very well combined. You really want to make sure you have a thorough mixture here. Then refrigerate for at least an hour to allow the flavors to blend. And to make the jerky, I'm using Nesco's Jerky Express kit that I picked up at Amazon for about 35 bucks. And the kit contains the dehydrator machine with 4 stackable trays, and this can do about 2 pounds of ground meat at once. And there's an instruction booklet and an extruder gun that operates just like a cookie press with 3 different nozzles for different shaped products. And today I'm using the tip that produces a flatter ribbon type jerky. And there was also 4 different seasoning packets, each with its own pack of curing salt, which I didn't use since I did my own seasoning today. I'll also put a link in the description box to a YouTube video that shows you how to make a ground beef jerky with no press or dehydrator needed. Now to load the gun, first depress the silver tab and pull the knob all the way back. Unscrew the end cap and load the mixture into the tube, packing it as tightly as possible. Then screw on your desired tip. Now hold the gun over one of the dehydrator trays and squeeze the trigger a few times until you have a length that looks good to you. Then cut it with a scissors or knife. I actually started out with the scissors, but by the 4th tray, I was just knocking the meat off with the edge of my finger. And once each tray is filled to capacity, stack them on top of each other, and once all the meat is extruded, place the top of the machine on, which is the part that contains the heating element and fan. Then just flip the on switch. And it'll take between 4 and 15 hours to dehydrate, which is a huge range, but it really depends upon the meat's thickness and moisture content. You're looking for a texture that's dry to the touch and leathery and flexible but not brittle. And mine was done in 4 hours. And once the texture's right, blot off any excess grease with a paper towel. And my meat was so lean that I didn't really see much excess grease. Now to store this, since I didn't use the curing salt which contains sodium nitrate, I like to store it in the refrigerator, which may or may not be necessary. But I don't like to take any chances. But I do like to serve this at room temperature so it reaches its fullest flavor potential. And just wait until you taste the red wine and spices in this one. You really gotta try this, folks. And if you need a printed copy of the recipe, you could always visit my blog at the link below. And for brand new recipes every week, don't forget to subscribe. See you again soon.